Hi everyone, my name is LeeAnn and I'm here to tell you my story about the 2030 Fast Track program. And to begin with, I'd like you to show you my before picture. This is about 5 months before I entered 2030. As you can see, there's a big difference between my before picture and my current self. And I joined the program 5 months after that picture was taken. I have my story really includes some previous history that is very key to why I was so successful in 2030. At one point in my life, for about 15 plus years, I was actually at goal weight. But to get to that goal weight was quite the journey. I went through different programs, Overeaters Anonymous and such, and I figured out a way to overcome my emotional and physical demons so that I lost a significant amount of weight, and I stayed at goal for like 15 years. And then about 10 years ago, I started having some back issues. And when that occurred, my success at staying at goal weight started being impeded. And I ended up, over the 10-year period, through the back issues and eventually losing my husband 7 years ago, gaining a significant amount of the weight back. And during that time, it was very disconcerting to me. I kept saying to myself, I know what to do, I know what to do. I've been at goal weight for 15 years, what do I do? And one day here at the Arena Club, I was working out, still figuring out what to do. And I ran into one of the employees who spoke to me about the 2030 program. And she had known that my husband had died a few years previous. And I told her that I was doing well emotionally, but that physically I was not doing well. And so I met with Beth for a consult. And I really, truthfully, I never looked back. And that was in May of 2019. And within a 10-month period, I lost 61 pounds and 63 inches. And I actually have a string to show you what 63 inches look like. I need some assistance with this. This is what 63 inches off of the body looks like. And thank you, Beth, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I have to say that it required some humility for me to join because I had had so much success, and particularly because I had been at goal for so many years. But I had so much hope when I met with Beth and she outlined the program to me, because I was just so in need of gravitating to something that could get me back to where I had once been. And so I dove right in. And I have to say that as far as the 2030 Fast Track program goes, I have never in my life, even in those years where I lost all that weight and I maintained for so long, had I been on such a program that was so well developed and so well researched and thought through. Never before had I experienced eating in the manner in which this program is developed. And what I mean by that is this. The program is set up that after the first 30 days where everybody is eating the same foods, and you, as Beth always says, you're bringing your body back to hormonal balance, you begin a phased approach to the program. And during that time, you are introduced to different foods at different weeks, and you get the opportunity to examine which food you may or may not have a reaction to physically or emotionally. And that was quite a boon for me. I loved that piece of the program, and I still do, because I became more aware than I ever have about specific foods, not just food groups that were bad for me. And it really, really helped me so much in my weight loss journey. One of the things I learned during that time, because when I got to add starchy carbs in, which we all love, you know, bread, pasta, all those things, I had a revelation that I needed to understand that while it was okay for me to have those in small amounts, that if I decided to have those regularly, my body reads that as turning into fat storing instead of fat burning. So I made a decision not to have carbs very often, even though I can have them. The thing about the inches that I want to say to you is So many times when we venture into a weight loss program, we focus so much on the pounds and sizes of our clothes, which is great, but the inch thing was huge for me. I actually got to the point where I focused as much, if not more, on the inches I was losing as to the pounds, because I could feel the difference in my body. And I just want to say that as a different way to look at it, because we get so focused on losing pounds. The other thing about 2030 here at the Arena Club, even though currently it's in the process of being rebooted because of the virus, but when it's operation at full level, it's 3-pronged, and I always say this: take advantage of all 3 prongs. Meeting with your coach and doing the weekly meetings is super key to staying on track and learning about the program and what's optimum for you. That's why it's called Living Your Best Life. And the second thing, one of the other prongs, is the fitness piece. And I have not ever in my life had such a developed fitness program to me, and I'm 10 years older than I was when things started coming crashing down for me. And I was just saying to somebody the other day, I feel so good physically, and the fitness, I can't even tell you how, not just how good that feels, but how rewarding it is to be able to go on that fitness floor and do things that I've never done in my life. And I'm middle-aged, so that's a real huge bonus. And those weekly meetings, when they're able to be resumed, are huge, because you just learn a great deal about different facets of the program. And the weekly coaching sessions are invaluable, because that's your chance to be one-on-one with your coach, to not just continue your program, but to discuss goals and what could continue to further your success in the program. So if somebody were to ask me, in fact, people ask me all the time, what did you do to get back on track? And I tell them about 2030, but I always say to these people, especially people who knew me back when I was at goal weight, especially those people, I say, you know how it was for me. I was at goal weight all those years, and I was eating very healthy. And but never in my life have I been on a program that was so comprehensive, so well designed, was so intricate, and addressed every facet of your being, which is so important when you're on a weight loss journey and you're trying to get back to your most physical, optimum self. And so with that is really my story, and I am just so grateful to have my life back. I think that all the time, and in every way, the food, the fitness, the telling people about the program specifically and how it works, every bit of it, I'm just so grateful that after falling and realizing that I needed to embrace it for accountability purposes, this has been the best thing that has happened to me in the last year of my life. And I hope that it encourages you to consider doing 2030 Fast Track. Thank you.